Now we will show you what a homemade mini hydroelectric power station is capable of in the mountains of Nepal, especially to charge our electric bicycles. Far in the mountains, we took this mini turbine with us. It can be started on any mountain stream. In the jungles of Nepal, we are slowly assembling our mini hydroelectric power station.
Okay, now we're going to install the blades on the turbine. It's made from a hoverboard wheel. This blade is made in a special shape. This shape was calculated in the labs. This was printed by a subscriber on a 3D printer. This is done very well. My respect.
There is an option to twist it like this. And there is an option to put it on the frame and twist it like this. What do you think?
On the frame. Wow, the frame is so clean. Let's check the welding now.
To assemble it, you need to turn the key like this and hold the blades here. That's where the blades are released. Almost there, guys. So, guys, our mini hydroelectric power station is ready. Let's try to connect to the pipe.
Okay.
And you haven't tightened it yet?
Everything is completely done.
So, look. A motor with a Euro scooter in the generator rollers. Standard-shaped blades, printed on a 3D printer, and of course a diode bridge. It's three-phase. The estimated power is 300 watts, 350 even.
Is it smoking?
Are you burning this?
Well, I'm trying. No, damn.
Now we'll connect the manual one. It takes a lot of power to burn through the wire. Here we go. Let's try.
Maybe connect the hose first.
I was thinking about plugging it in right away.
Do you have a voltmeter?
Yeah. Now we'll plug it in and check. I don't know what this will do. This is a purely Nepalese thing. Some people made a water supply and then apparently abandoned it. There are pipes sticking out of the mountains all around. It's like it was made for us. You can connect our thing here, and you don't have to lay anything. Try to just insert this. But make sure it doesn't splash. Does this fit in there? Is this even the right size? Oh, did it start spinning right away?
Now I'll approach it differently.
It started spinning right away. There's voltage. Try to plug this in there. Can you do it?
It's fine.
Let's measure it.
Let's go.
15 volts. That's not enough. 17, 18. That's not enough. I can see that the pressure is weak. Let's probably push the pipe out.
Lay it over it so that the drop is high. This hydroelectric power station is good.
This works great even with low pressure.
This is cool stuff.
Let's go. We have a great flexible hose. Now we're going to open this up and see what we get. Even the voltage. Oh, does it spin a little? It appears right away. Yeah, spin it. 5 volts. 7, 12. You spin it great. Let's go. 14 max 16, 17. Yeah. 19. That's off the charts. Let's go get the pipes. Now we're going to lay everything down, make it look nice and charge our bikes. The water is just pouring out.
It's a freebie.
I wonder where that pipe is coming from.
Apparently there was some kind of camp down there.
Guys, here's the kit for our charging today. And in order to charge our bikes, there's a stream here. All you need is to unwind the hose. Unpacking.
And this is also unpacking.
We connected the pipe to the water nipple of our mini hydroelectric power station. We're going to install it.
Be careful, the rocks here are very slippery. Let's put this here.
Install it so that it doesn't tip over, because when it starts,
I'll clamp it with a rock.
we won't be able to get to it.
I need some rock.
To press it down so that it doesn't fall.
And this will not wash away the sand.
Here, on the side of the diode bridge, weigh it down. The hardest part about this is that you have to put this plastic tube in such a way that it doesn't twist. That is, the tape should always be on top. One twist, and it can break into small pieces. They didn't just draw this strip here for no reason.
I'll stabilize it, and you unwind it.
Are the turns unraveled there?
This is pretty difficult.
They should have taken a thinner diameter.
That's okay.
I should have taken a different tape.
Everything will be fine now. It's already leveled out here.
We need to climb this waterfall. I don't know how you're going to climb it, but it's going to be hard. In short, it's really hard to launch this mini GEI and not get wet. They had to take off their shoes and step barefoot into this icy water. It's just a nightmare.
Hose to power the hydroelectric power station. Sasha came up with that. We're going to test it now.
That was an elephant. We're already going a little crazy about this hydroelectric power station because it's going to get dark soon and we still can't launch it. We discovered that the flexible hose is a little thinner and we want to make a cone from this plastic from a bottle. We just put it on here. We get a kind of narrowing. And it's very dense, it won't collapse. We'll put some plastic on here, then we'll make 2 layers of tape. Even 10 layers, to be sure. And no air will get in here. So, Pasha climbed to the very top to attach a hard piece of pipe so that it wouldn't collapse. We're waiting. Guys, I just saw the hose jerk violently for some reason. Maybe it's pinched somewhere there?
No,
That's not an option?
I don't think this is a problem.
It seems to me that it started to twitch. I noticed some movements, but you can see that absolutely nothing works yet. But we still connected the entire load. Wound the wires. Of course, we tied everything without insulation, connected the bulbs so that it wouldn't run away. Our tester is already taking off, a DC-DC converter, and will still boil the kettle. It works. I see, it already works. Great, we caught the moment.
Wow, so fast.
Notice, so far it's quite weak. Splashes are flying. Are the bulbs on there?
The lamps are burning very dimly.
The first voltage went here, but it's very low. 26 volts, but it's already falling. And the bulbs are going out. It was just on. Maybe it's pinched somewhere? It's already 14 volts. That's not very cool. But what happened? It seems to have started. Maybe air? Let's try to create a water hammer. We're clamping hose to let the air out.
It's starting to inflate. There's pressure.
It works.
It's just fire.
So, get the kettle ready.
Does it work?
Yeah, it started working.
Damn, it works really well. Look, I'm just thrilled. Did you see that?
Yeah. Can you see the bubbles bursting? Look, just look at it. Look at the smoke.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, I almost got flooded.
Look at the voltage.
Shook.
The tape won't start. It works. The voltage is rising, already 31 volts. The bulbs are burning brightly. We're going to connect our consumers now. Damn, this is so scary.
Wait. So,
Let's connect the kettle.
how much is at the input? 28? There should be at least 36 at the input.
We need to remove one lamp.
Remove one lamp in any order.
To be honest, I don't know if this will shock you or not, but now Lex will try to tape this.
50 volts. That will be okay.
It won't shock you much, but it's still better to do it this way. Was there something just now?
Yeah, it shorted out a little.
Damn, what was that?
Oops, water got on the tester.
Damn, it's so afraid of water. Pasha is already frozen there, and we can't start it here. 50 volts. It will boil quickly. Check if the water is already hot or not yet.
There's something there.
There are bubbles, or are you afraid of getting shocked?
No, 50 volts with that kind of circulation.
It will be okay.
That's really bad. Put the lamp back here.
I'll touch it. Is it hot? Did you hear that? Even the rev slowed down.
It drops to 30.
Let me throw it back so it boils faster, otherwise Pasha will freeze.
Wait, hello. Namaste.
It was so unexpected, I even got scared.
I not see you. I look. Science.
Experiment.
Yeah, experiment.
Do you hear that? What's that scary sound? Are those bubbles? But the voltage is stable at 50. But the good thing about this setup is that, do you know how much is needed to charge 48-volt batteries? Exactly about 50.
Can we watch?
Do you understand them?
No. We'll see your experiment for a few minutes.
I don't understand them, honestly. In short, Pasha is already panicking. He's running to us. We still can't finish. It will take a long time to expel these bubbles. Each bubble is accompanied by a crackling sound. Pasha will translate them for us now. The locals, unfortunately, don't speak Russian.
And can we do it like this? I excluded one sequence.
That's okay. It's just that the drop will be bigger, to 24. You need a smaller drop. So it's 28 or 26. It'll warm up now. 45. Soon 46. We can throw in a transformer. Let's try to run it from 46. We're connecting our tape through a DC-DC converter. It drops to 32. Is that how your bike will glow? Let me film it from the side. And Pasha came back.
Did it charge?
Yeah.
Just imagine, I was calmly filming Lex, and someone asked me a question behind my back. I didn't notice them, although they had been standing there for a long time. I was so scared.
My feet are so cold.
You can warm them up with hot water from a kettle. They're asking us something, but we don't understand anything. Maybe you should ask them. What are they asking?
They just asked if there were 3 of us. Damn, they are thinking whether to kill us or not.
Well, 2 against 3. The main thing is that reinforcements will arrive soon. Did you see this? The whole bike will be wrapped with this tape. What do you think? In short, the voltage is just right. What we were counting on, those 50 volts. That's just enough to charge our batteries.
It's so funny when Indians don't understand English. I say we are crazy idiots and he says yes. It's so funny.
Are everything okay with the connections? Is there anything short-circuiting?
Just a quick glance. We'll also throw in this now, and we can try clamping the arc through the welding electrode.
A crazy scientist is lighting an arc from a mini hydroelectric power station. That's a song. Didn't you like it?
Look, guys.
Everything melted. It stinks so much.
The wire's on the edge. Look here.
And the Nepalese are looking at our hydroelectric power station. That one has such a nice color. Wow, it's red hot.
So it basically works.
Just stick in one kettle, let it heat up while Pasha is warming up. We'll make some noodles.
We're out of noodles.
Where are the noodles? Did you sew it dry? It will boil in about 15 minutes.
Let's look for radioactive minerals for now.
Turn on the flashlight. That's a special ultraviolet flashlight. We're going to look for minerals now. Did you find anything?
That's moss.
But the glow is too toxic.
That's red.
Is it moss? But why is it glowing? Maybe we should go down closer to the stream? Let's see.
That's organic.
There's nothing there. No, of course it will glow. This mini hydroelectric power station is a cool thing. The main thing is to start it, sit, rest, and wait for the battery to charge. And the mini hydroelectric power station just crackles discontentedly with air bubbles. I wonder if air gets in there. Why is it crackling?
The intake hose isn't buried deep enough. It sucks in air and,
Maybe air gets in at the connection?
or residual air floats down and up the pipe.
But the voltage is super stable. Did you notice that?
Yeah,
So, is everything okay with it?
there's a 20% chance we'll get bitten by caviar.
Look. In short, wow, how good. It lit up brightly.
That's a hydroelectric power station, endless energy that's transmitted to the earth through the sun. That is, it's all happening due to the sun.
And Mr. Proper?
Mr. Wilson soon.
Let me stick my finger in there.
No, I drink from there. Don't do that.
It's so warm, like it's asking me to feel the temperature of it.
No, you shouldn't do that.
We have a problem. There are leeches here. We've already torn off several of them. In the meantime, it's charging, and as you can see, it's almost dark outside. Yes, it's here. Wait. There's a leech here. And where are they? It took 3 hours to fully charge this bike. Although it was not completely discharged. That is, this mini hydroelectric power station charges the bike battery for quite a long time. But this is absolutely free energy that can be taken from any stream. 2 leeches have sucked on Lex again. He can't stand it. He hates them. The hardest thing about this hydroelectric power station is to unwind, lay out the hose, and then wind it back into such a huge bay.
It's good that we managed to find places to charge them everywhere, because I can't imagine how in this cold I would unroll these hoses. I would definitely freeze.
Guys, in the next video, we're going to ride these electric bikes deep underground to explore abandoned lead mines. Let's go.
Hmm.